mubalagha available. In other words, Allah is saying, when somebody tries to ask the question, what does balance look like? What does justice look like? You know, balance is an idea. It's not a concrete thing. You can't look at a picture of balance. Balance is a concept. Justice is a concept. You cannot visualize it. But in the ayah, it is as though Allah is saying, He made you an ummah. So when somebody tries to visualize balance, and they try to visualize justice, they will see you. They will see the Muslim ummah. You and I are supposed to be the definition of justice, according to this ayah. We're supposed to be the definition of balance, according to this ayah. There were nations before us, all they cared about was the spiritual. The Christians, very spiritual people. There were nations before us, all they cared about was ilm, just knowledge. Banu Israel cared a lot about al-ilm, they still do. Some of the rabbis, they study 20 hours a day, even now, 10, 20 years in a row. They study and study and study. So one nation focused on the heart, al-qalb, the other focused on al-aql and al-ilm. And this nation, Allah Azza wa Jal combined both of those, because we're right in the middle, ummatan wasata. In Surah Al-Fatiha, Allah said, Al-Maghdub alayhim on one side, Ad-Dallin on the other. Who's in the middle? Ahlus Sirat al-Mustaqim, Ummatan Wasata. We're supposed to be right in the middle. We are supposed to be that people that exhibits balance. But why? لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. So you can be a witness and make a case against all of humanity. Please listen to this carefully. Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling us that you and I are supposed to be evidence against all of humanity. You know what that means? That on Day of Judgment, some Hindu, some Buddhist, some Christian, some Jew, some atheist, he comes before Allah and he says, I was not Muslim. And Allah asks him, why were you not Muslim? You had Muslims around you. Didn't you see them? Didn't you see how balanced they are? Didn't you see how fair they are? Didn't you see how merciful they are? Didn't you see how good they are to their family? Didn't you see how good they are to each other? Didn't you see how they are good to Allah? How they don't do any shirk? How they always speak the truth? How they never take bribes? How they're never corrupt? How they never cut you off in traffic? How they never use bad words? Didn't you see the balanced people?